think as a trans person, data is a really clear barrier to my health and well-being and access to rights. So there's two things with data. One is like who has the power to produce knowledge and produce information about our communities. And two, the lack of data is often an indication of powerlessness. So to not have data about my community, how many of us there are, where we live, that is a sign that we might not be taken seriously enough to be counted, aren't built into laws. If we aren't counted, we kind of don't exist in the public's eye and in the government's eye. Gender, which is often combined with gender lens. This is one of my favorite things, slash least favorite things. When I hear lens, I think of like something you can just kind of like flip in and out. I think that that's harmful. I think that gender is inherent to everything. It's always around, and it's not something that can just kind of go in and out of existence. I think sometimes it's unclear what people mean when they say gender, because so often gender is not defined and it's kind of assumed knowledge. And I don't think that that's true. If you search gender justice, for example, on Google, you might find a lot of global work that's talking just about women and girls from a very binary perspective. You might look at it in the US context, and many times it's being used to talk just about trans, gender nonconforming, intersex, and non-binary folks. And so for Third Wave, we're a fund that actually combines all of those things and really sees it under one umbrella of gender. When I think about diversity, I think about checkboxes, institutions, sort of coming around to thinking that having diverse staffing or diverse group of grantees is good, which is good. But it doesn't go further than that often. It tends to sort of be this sort of surface thing where it doesn't actually think about power. So in philanthropy, it's a sector where the majority of people who work in the field are women. But the majority of senior level folks on staff, on boards, as directors, are actually men. So often it might look as though this is a field where it's very diverse when it comes to gender representation, when in fact there are big problems in terms of how power is held across those different groups. When I think about evaluation, I think about who has power and who doesn't have power. Often grantees have really important understandings of how foundations can operate better and do a better job with their own programs, and often don't have an opportunity to provide feedback and evaluation back to the funder. That's something that Third Wave really works hard to incorporate into our grant making process.